So we are now moving on how to solving quadratic equations. Solving quadratic equations. Solving quadratic equations. So quadratic equations are solved by 4 methods. So we are going to deal with one by one up to the end. So quadratic equations are solved. The first one is factorization method, or they may say use factor method to solve the following equations. When they restrict and they say use factor method, as a must, you must use factor method. The second one is completing square method. Then the third one is about quadratic formula, or which other people call it bulldozer. Then the fourth one is using the quadratic curves or graphs. So that one involves plotting and locating those routes where they are lying. So can you list them and say quadratic equations, they are solved by 4 methods. Namely, 1, factorization method, which others called factor method. The second one is completing squares, square method. Then another one is the quadratic formula, which people call bulldozer, and then put it there. Then the first one is by quadratic curves, stroke graphs. So if a person comes and says solve the question, and I have not restricted in which method, it depends on you which one is good for you, but you must know all of these methods. So we're going to start with factor method. We're going to start with solving quadratic equations, solving quadratic equations using factor method. So we're going to look at how can we solve quadratic equations using factor method. So with the factor method, it's all about looking at the factors, sums, and products. So with the factor method, be in your mind, knowing that you must be knowing how to find the product, the sums, and the factors in it. So we are going to be starting with the first example. Example 1 goes, use factor method. To solve the following equations. Part A, x squared minus 7x plus 12 equals 0. Part B, y squared plus 9y plus 20 equals 0. Part C, 2x squared minus 5x plus 3 equals 0. Part D, x squared minus 8x plus 7 equals 0. Part E, y squared minus 10y plus 80 equals 0. So what are we going to do with this? So we're going to start with the first with the first item, that is part A, and you'll be seeing how we are doing it. We are not putting in new ideas than what you did at O level. So what you're going to do is, we are going to look at purpose, you're going to look at the product, sums, and again at the factors which are being involved in these numbers. We can start with part A. You're in the solution. We're talking about x squared minus 7x plus 12 equals 0. Look at the product. The product is got by looking at the number, the coefficient of x squared together with the coefficient of x power 0. So you look at that, the number behind here is 1 and the last one is 12. We look at the product, you multiply. 1 times 12, we are getting a 12. What is the sum? Sum is negative 7. Look at the factors. Think of two numbers. Think of two numbers. Those two numbers which you have thought of, when you multiply them, you get a positive 12. And when you happen to add them, you'll get what we call a negative 7. So what are those two numbers? Think. Yeah, negative 3, negative 4. Good. Negative 3 times negative 4, you're getting a positive 12. And negative 3 plus negative 4, you're getting a negative 7. So what is it? We are having x squared minus 3x minus 4x plus 12 equals 0. So two numbers, group them and apply the usage of factorization. So what is common is x into x minus 3. Again, what is common here is a negative 4 into x minus 3. The whole thing equals 0. What are we having now? We are having x minus 4 again into x minus 3. The whole thing equals 0. So we say from here either, and I normally say that you want to say either when the thing is equal to 0. But if it's equal to 5, don't say that one. That one will not be mathematics which way. No. Either x minus 4 equals 0, take it the other side, x equals 4, or x minus 3 equals 0, take it the other side, x equals 3, conclude the other far, x equals 4, and x equals 3. This is the way how we use when you're dealing with factor method. We have tried to get all the factors and we have put them there. Don't rush, don't be deceived that the moment you have your calculator, you'll only feed it and it comes out. But if a question has come and say, solve the following equation using factor method, then you will not tell somebody that I use the calculator. What they want is these ones. Are they well got and are they well being used there? So then there you have already got the best. Let's go to part B. Let's go to solution for part B. Solution for part B. Solution for part B. Solution for part B goes y squared plus 9y plus 20 equals 0. So can we look at the product? Our product equals 20. What is the sum? Sum equals 9. Look at the factors. Think of two numbers. When you multiply, you get a 20. And when you happen to add those two numbers, you come out with a 9. What are they? 4 and 5. So instead of this, bring these ones. We are going to say y squared plus 4y plus 5y plus 20 equals 0. Categorize two numbers in a bracket, two numbers in a bracket. What is common is a y into y plus 4, then plus 5 into y plus 4. The whole thing equals 0. So what is it? You're going to have y plus 5 again into y plus 4 equals 0. Then we say either y plus 5 equals 0, take that one there, it becomes y equals negative 5, or y plus 4 equals 0, take that one there, y equals negative 4. Therefore, y equals negative 5 and y equals negative 4. you have already achieved the best. So kindly now, this is the way how we do those ones using the sums and what? And products. Now we are going to go to the solution for part C. Solution for part C. Solutions for part C. Solutions for part C. Solutions for part C. It goes 2x squared minus 5x plus 3 equals 0. We also look at the product. What is the product? You say 2 times the last, 2 times 3, you get a 6. What is the sum? Sum equals negative 5. We look at the factors. Think of 2 numbers. When you multiply them, you get a positive 6, and when you happen to add, you get a negative 5. So those ones are negative 2, negative 3. A negative times a negative, you come out with a positive. When you happen to add, you get a negative 5. So instead of this, we are going to substitute in those stuffs. We're going to say 2x squared minus 2x minus 3x, then plus a 3 equals 0. We only substitute them there. So 2 numbers in the brackets, 2 numbers in the brackets. What is common here is 2x into x minus 1, and what is common there is negative 3 into x minus 1 equals 0. So what are we having? We write 2x minus 3 again into x minus 1 equals 0. We also say either 2x minus 3 equals 0, we take it there, 2x equals 3. So x equals 3 out of 2, or x minus 1 equals 0. Take it in the other side, so x equals 1. So we say therefore x equals 3 out of 2 and x equals 1. That's how we handle that. Then we can go to part D. Then the last part, it will be you to practice it before you can go and look for others. So we are going to part D. When I'm done with part D, then other parts you can do them such that next time when we are meeting, we start from the using completing square method. So let me do for you part D, then before we move on. Part D, it goes x squared minus 8x plus 7 equals 0. Let's look at the product. The product equals 7. What is the sum? Sum here is negative 8. Factors. Think of 2 numbers. When you multiply them, you get a positive 7. And when you add them, you get negative 8. We have got negative 1, negative 7. Negative 1 times negative 7, you get a positive 7. And negative 1 plus negative 7, you are getting negative 8. So we substitute in x squared minus x minus 7x plus 7 equals 0. 2 numbers in the brackets. What is common here is x into x minus 1. And what is common here is minus 1 into x minus 1 equals 0. So what are we having? Here we have factorized out 7. What is common is x minus 7 again into x minus 1 equals 0. With either x minus 7 equals 0, it means x equals 7, or x minus 1 equals 0, x equals 1. Therefore, x equals 7 and x equals 1. This is the way how we can solve them using the factor method. So allow me to give you the authority to go and practice more numbers as far as chapter 10 is concerned. Otherwise, thank you.